Hi everyone, my name is Louie, and I'm the, what could be euphemistically referred to as the bad uncle, at least by the people that don't know me. People that know me might say I'm the really evil uncle, just a joke. I want to say first, Robbie, I'm so very proud of you, proud of what you accomplished. I'm even more proud of you of how you got to where you were able to achieve your dreams, even before you achieved your dreams. The way you became sober, the way you helped yourself, the way you moved forward and evolved from what you are into what you are. You're an inspiration to many, to me, to my daughters, to your family, and we all love you very much. And I want to say that we've all done a 180-degree turn. You know that I was a gangster at one time in my life, for a long time. You know, I was kidnapped, you know, I was tortured, you know, I did fed time, a lot of stuff. I hurt myself, I hurt my family, indirectly and directly, and it's not a nice feeling to look back on that. But it is nice to be here today, to be clean, to be moving forward, to be full of enthusiasm for life, and to be living a righteous life, trying to do good. And based on that, I want to say we're in solidarity. I will say to all these people who may view this and have read the book and be looking at me now, I'll say this about drugs. I won't say don't do drugs, because you should know that. If you don't know that, you'll find out soon enough. I'll also say this, it needs to be legalized. We cannot incarcerate ourselves out of this mess. And we cannot get ourselves out of this mess by continuing to expand law enforcement powers and diminish civil liberties. That's my political statement for this segment. Take care, I love you very much, and good luck to all of you who see this video.
Alright, so hey, continue on with the 180 block, and I'm here in Miami with my Aunt Dawn, who's visiting from Italy. That's Aunt Dawn from, of course, the book. And as she picked me up from the airport, we just had a great breakfast here on South Beach, and as we're cruising by, she reminded me, or asked if I remembered, which in a haze I do, our, what is it called, Club Deuce bar, which is the late night hangout, which we used to come to. So say a little bit about it, Dawn. Say hello to the blog.
Hi everyone. This is the After Hours Club, where you find anything from overalls to evening gowns and tuxedos. And closed at 6 in the morning. And we all spent a lot of time here.
Oh yeah.
And afterwards we come to La Sandwicherie.
Have a sandwich, try to sober up.
Or try to get tired to go to sleep.
Yeah, or try to get food in the stomach to go to bed. I hear ya. So yeah, we're just off of down South Beach here.
Off of 14th.
And more to come.
Here we are, where it all began with Rob as a teenager when we brought him to Miami after his mother's wedding in Hawaii. And pretty much the craziness began.
Enough to write a book about.
Exactly. And I'm so proud to be standing here with him today as adults and seeing where he came from and now where he is. It's just amazing, and I'm very proud of you, Rob, and I love you.
Oh, thank you. Here's one of the homes that I lived in Miami. There's obviously the waterway where we kept our boat, which we can't really see from where I'm standing, but this was the house right here in Miami. Lots of memories. And there's my aunt that I lived in the house with. Yeah, the playroom was on the left. So this was the house that I lived at with Louie and Dawn and Dominique and Noelle, who are here with me. This was our old house. And again, this is where my Aunt Dawn cut up all my clothes and threw them out into the bay, which was a classic moment. Here's an old house. Spent many summers and holidays here with my grandmother on, what's the name of this island?
Biscaya Island.
On Biscaya Island here in Miami. Alright, so right over here we're at Haulover Bridge. Right under there was Home Sweet Home for a little bit, and also this little parking lot. What a trip. I never thought I'd be back here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now look at how you're back here.
Alright, well this house here has a ton of memories. This is where I lived for a short time with my grandmother and her husband. And actually just down the street over here is where I was told by my friend Jimmy, where he and his dad waited outside waiting to kill me. Luckily, I pulled an all-nighter that night and never came home. And this was also the place where my Uncle Donald called and tell me that in this driveway we had North Miami, Miami Beach, Dade County, some other police department. There was like 6 cop cars came screeching in this driveway looking for me. And that was the last day that I lived in Miami. My uncle picked me up and escorted me straight to the airport and got me on a flight immediately and out of here. And it was about, I don't know, maybe 6 months to a year later is when my aunt, who's happened to be in the car with me now, and her husband, Louis, that's when they got arrested. And all of this obviously is all in the book. But this house is where a lot of those memories took place. So these are the doors that we came through when unloading the, I think it was a 280 pounds or 300 pounds of pot through these doors, into these elevators, and then up through to the condo to lay out the bag of buds to dry, as written in the book. And here was the condo that I was living in, or actually there was the empty condo that where we hung out all those buds to dry here in Miami. Alright, here I am out in front of what used to be Miami Shores Preparatory School, where I attended, and this school was, to say corrupt is an understatement. It's now no longer the school, it's now a parish, but it is the same building, and there were the classroom windows. And this was the school I talk about in the book, where my first week I kept on asking people, like, what does your dad do for a living? Why is he being pulled up in a limo with tinted windows, or all the nice cars with tinted windows and drivers and bodyguards? And the comment that was constantly made was, oh, my dad, he's in the business. He's in the business. He's in the business. Later to find out that was the cocaine smuggling business back in the late 80s. By the way, there is a documentary, if you haven't seen and you want to know what Miami was like back in the days when they did the television show Miami Vice. They did that show actually for a reason, because Miami back in the 80s when I lived here was insane. And if you want to have any true idea of what the Miami beach scene was like in the cocaine heyday, watch the documentary Cocaine Cowboys. It will blow your mind and is beyond accurate.